Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5. Today, Top 5 Cowboys issues post-draft. Number 5, Micah Parsons' contract. Every day it doesn't go by, another pass rusher can get a big deal, and it gets bigger. They just need to get it done. But as we know, the Jones family is terrible at this. They are worse at this than I am at dieting. It is bad. They don't know what they're doing. They just drag it out, and then they'll wind up. They could have done this deal a year ago and saved $20 million, but they didn't. Don't know why. We'll never know how, but they're bad at this. This still looms. Hopefully it gets done quickly. And Micah Parsons is there for workout, so it's not all bad. And a holdout doesn't appear to be impending for Micah Parsons, but even still, just get it done. Number 4. Injuries to the secondary, even third-round draft pick, Siobhan Ravel. He's going to start on PUP. Trayvon Diggs will start on PUP. Kalen Carson, their fourth-round pick a year ago, he was injured most of last year. Deron Bland played the second part of the year healthy, but he was injured early on. They need a healthy secondary. They will not have it to start camp, and they're not sure when Trayvon Diggs is going to be back, and that is bad news. Number 3, a baby-faced O-line. Good news, bad news situation. Good news is you've got Tyler and Cooper and Terrence Steele, and the oldest one is Terrence Steele, and he's 27 or 28. But the bad news is that there's probably going to be some growing pains, although, there's only one rookie on it, but growing together is going to be a tough thing to do. I think it will work out fine for them and better than it has in the last couple of years. But the fact that they are all so young and inexperienced and putting in a new system is a little bit disconcerting for year one. Although if Brian Schottenheimer is any kind of good and his offensive staff is good, I think we'll see dividends pretty early on. But something to be concerned about. Number 2, an alpha running back. It's not Javonte Williams. It's not Miles Sanders. Who knows if it could be Jaden Blue, but he's never really had that role before. Phil Moffitt's a 7th-round pick. Malik Davis is on the roster. Let's just say it. They don't have the guy. If the 2 guys they signed, Sanders and Williams, were the guy, they wouldn't be available for the Cowboys. They need to go get the guy. Now, there are some Breece Hall rumors out there. That would certainly solve their problem for sure if they went out and made a trade for him. But we don't know what they're doing. We don't know if those trades are ever going to do anything or if that's just Jerry talking Jerry talk. Substantive trades have not happened, and we won't be able to talk about them until they do. And number 1, a number 2 wide receiver. Here's number 2 from the Austin Powers films, played by the irrepressible Robert Wagner. My dad once sat next to him at a highlight match, and I heard that story every time I saw Robert Wagner on television my entire youth. That being said, they don't have a number 2 wide receiver. Jonathan Mingo is going to be given every opportunity to win the role. Jalen Tolbert, maybe, but I think we see what he is. The Cowboys have a bunch of number 3 and 4 wide receivers on their roster right now. Now, there's some talk about maybe reuniting with Amari Cooper. I'd be fine with that. Making some other trades. Okay, we'll see when it happens. But right now, in this draft, they did Dak a disservice by not going and getting him that number 2 wide receiver. And apparently the only ones that they liked at all were Ted McMillan and no one else, because they didn't even try in the other rounds of the draft to take a wide receiver. So if they didn't like him, they're not going to take him. And that's fine. You don't have to like everybody, but you can see how they felt about the wide receiver class overall, because through 7 rounds of the draft, not one wide receiver taken. That's going to do it for this top 5. That's going to do it for the show, but Smokey's got to read some polls. Smokey, how we polling?